Hippies. Listen, I've been thinking all week about this. I think the easiest way to turn peace-loving flower child hippies into radical revolutionaries is to mess with their values and disrespect those things that are far more important to them than becoming rich. We peacefully protest and carry signs in hopes of bringing about systemic changes that are fair to everyone. We are patriots who see that our nation is in need of us. But sometimes I find it difficult to exude the peace and love that is expected of hippies, especially when I am greeted, or rather threatened, by a human chain-link fence of Darth Vader's armed to the teeth. Sometimes I find myself full of hate. I find myself in a get-even mood. I admit this is not very hippie of me. I pay a heavy price for having these emotions. They take their physical toll. I don't know which is worse, the emotion of hate or that emotion which drives one toward vengeance. I know that when I am in a hateful mood, I feel sick, I can't sleep, I can't turn off my mind. I put out all this negative energy even when I feel the hate is justified. That I've been abused, that I've been used, that I've been taken advantage of, and that I've not been allowed to lead the life I foresaw myself living. And it's due to the America I live in, an America whose every aspect of life, healthcare, politics, the environment, education, and economics, they're all controlled by corporations whose only goal is to maximize their profits, and they do so at the expense of everything that would make our lives happier and healthier. The corporate tentacles thread their way into every part of our lives, from the wars to which we deploy our young men and women, to the food we eat, to the most intimate parts of our sexual and reproductive lives. And I protest this invasion of corporatocracy into what used to be a democracy. I protest, and I am greeted by SWAT teams and riot-geared police who do not realize that they are but pawns of the plutocracy. And when I am pushed around or sprayed with mace, I feel hate. I keep saying I must be a peaceful protester. I must never go down that dark road of hate. And oh, how I admire those who can maintain their cool in the face of such disgraceful behavior on the part of those who are to protect and serve us, the people, not the corporations. The recourse I jump to is one of vengeance and getting even, and my mind begins to plot. Maybe it starts off with, oh, I'll just very inconspicuously key that patrol car. And I envision myself, keys in hand, scraping the entire length of the vehicle. But that is not getting even. They'll just use my tax dollars to fix the scratches. So before I know it, my mind escalates the vengeance by imagining myself throwing a rock or overturning a barricade or something. Soon I am kicking a cop in the caboose. I am throttling his throat. I am jackhammering his jaw. I am shooting him in the shin. Oh, what horrible, unhealthy thoughts. And then I go to bed at night and my mind runs through scenarios of the perfect vendetta against those who would harm me or my brothers and sisters. But it's not worth it to harbor such thoughts, let alone act upon them. It's unhealthy. It's just not worth it. And besides, hate and violence are cyclical, and before long it will come around and bite your ass or worse. And you know what? Those thoughts, they can drive you insane. You have to be kind. You have to be gentle. You have to be peaceful. Oh, what hard work that is. To remain cool and calm, peaceful and loving in the face of those who think they have the authority to maim you, detain you, jail you, humiliate you. I think it is much more difficult to be peaceful than to be hateful. I try my best to be peaceful, but as I get older, my patience wears thinner. I subscribe to no organized religion, but I do subscribe to truth and to those that teach the truth, like Jesus, Gandhi, Martin Luther King. All the great teachers taught the truth of peace and love. Truth seems to be something you know instinctively, like the A string of your guitar when it vibrates in perfect resonance with the tuning fork. Truth vibrates in perfect resonance with one's heart and soul, and when you resonate, you know you are in the presence of truth. There are so many evil and sickening emotions: hate, jealousy, envy, greed. There are so many good and healthy emotions: empathy, kindness, generosity, joy. But probably the healthiest and most powerful emotion is that of love. I know that the people who would deprive others of a healthy and happy and hopeful life have not yet learned this truth or heard the message of love. If they have, they are ignoring its power to cure the country of all that ails it. I know it sounds trite, but truly, love is all you need. The thing is, I have said this in so many ways, in so many places, in so many articles and in so many videos, that I feel I am saying words that are just one step ahead of tedium. I am having a conversation with no one who is listening, though the subject of the conversation is simply about having common sense. And I feel dislike rising in my heart when no one shows that common sense. It raises my blood pressure until the dislike becomes hate, and it feeds upon itself and escalates into even worse emotions that have terrible consequences, and I yell out to myself, you have to be kind, you have to be gentle, you have to be peaceful. Oh. Well, thanks for letting me get that off my chest. I'm really sorry if I put a chill on your chi. I feel much better now, and it's going to be okay, brothers and sisters. It's going to be okay. Well, now I am going to go outside and I'm going to scatter rose petals on the street as I make my way toward today's Occupy Chase Bank demonstration. So I implore you all to love that pepper spray and embrace those rubber bullets. Namaste, brothers and sisters.